All right. We are
All right.
live.
You're
Well,
live.
maybe.
Maybe not.
No, you ain't.
Kristen says
Let me
no.
refresh my.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
Yep, we're there.
That was it.
Cool. So how was the movie?
Well, it was good. I mean, it's something that's been done before.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was good. It was good. I think
All right, we got Phil's creepy vids in the chat. How's it going, Phil?
Hey, Phil. Yeah, I don't know what Kristen thought of it.
What?
The movie.
Oh, the one we watched? I like that stuff.
What was it called?
She
again?
likes
Let
that
him go.
stuff. Let him go. Yeah.
Let him go. Okay.
Let him go.
I would have liked to see a little more action with the family, but yeah.
She wanted to see more action. It was a good movie. It just it just had some cliche things that tend to go along with those sorts of movies that you've seen it before. But yeah, it was good though.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer looked good, but as you said, it's nothing original. But
yeah, like
all right, well, this is our inaugural.
I mean, like I said, it was good though. I mean, it really was to watch.
Are you freezing?
Yeah, I think he's one of us is.
No, you too.
What, Frozen?
Yeah,
No, you're not. Yeah.
Frozen. Let it snow.
All right, well, this is our inaugural Streaming of the Lambs live stream.
You're lagging.
I'm lagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's typically like a 10-second delay on these. So if you're watching your screen and what she's seeing, that's typical.
Right. Yeah. So what have you done this week that is of any interest as far as movie wise? Have you watched anything?
The only thing I watched As Above, So Below for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I'm not typically a fan of the found footage, shaky cam type movies, but it was good.
I think the Catacombs was pretty cool though. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to Paris, but I didn't get a chance to go through them, so I wish I had. But yeah, it was.
Weren't they closed for a while? Weren't they like off limits for a while?
Possibly. I don't know.
It seems like I heard that somewhere that they were off limits for a little while anyway. I don't know if they still are, or I could have sworn I heard something like that at one time that they were off limits to the public.
Yeah, I was there in 2016, and I was with some people from work, and no one was really interested in going except me. So I didn't get to see the Catacombs, and I also wanted to go see Jim Morrison's grave, but no one wanted to. So, and my French is not so good.
Yeah, I know no French. Moi, that's it.
Yeah, merci beaucoup and sans oeuf. That's all I know. No egg.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah. I also watched VFW for the first time.
VFW, yeah.
I
like that one. Yeah, I liked it because it had, it had some old familiar faces in it. Like quite a few of them.
I really like Stephen Lang. I liked him a lot in Don't Breathe. That was a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. He was the baddie in Avatar. Also, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't place where I knew William Sadler. Then it dawned on me he was Death in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yep, Death, and he was in Demon Knight. He was the guy, the main guy that comes in and brings the thing to the bar in Demon Knight.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. dang, I can't think of his name in the movie, but yeah, he was the main character in Demon Knight besides Billy Zane, not Billy Zane, but the other guy.
So he was he the punk kid?
No. He was the one that brought the stone thing to the dang it.
Yeah.
I'm using my phone so I can't like look up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I watched that one over the 31 days of Halloween, and I don't remember him.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
So Phil said he watched one called Come Play. Have you seen that one?
Come Play?
It just
Yeah.
came out.
No, that was playing at the theater, but we chose to see Let Him Go instead.
Kristen chose to see it.
I haven't been to the theater since.
He played the drifter, Breaker. His character's name was Breaker.
And it was Demon Knight?
He's the drifter that came in and he possessed the keys.
Okay. Show me the cover. Maybe I'm thinking Night of the Demons.
Oh yeah. No, Demon Knight.
Oh, okay. The Creep Show
Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
I was thinking Night of the Demons, and I was thinking I don't remember him in that movie.
Yeah. And Fred Williamson, he was in that.
Fred Williamson is one that I've only seen in From Dusk Till Dawn and
Dusk Till Dawn.
Starsky and
he did a
Hutch.
lot of 70s blaxploitation movies.
Yeah.
But he was in like the Black Cobra series, and he had a lot of movies. He was a football player, I believe. He played for I can't remember who he played for, but I know he was a football player.
But William Sadler was also in Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Martin Cove, we all know from Karate Kid.
Right.
Was he in anything else? Was he in any of the Expendables movies?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I mean,
but he still actually kind of fairly looks the same.
Yeah, he does.
Even though he's I
haven't watched Cobra Kai at all, but
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it either.
But I was watching like an interview panel with him and Ralph Macchio and the kid that played Johnny. But yeah, he looks pretty much the same.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched Trilogy of Terror 2 the other night. And I think that's about it. That's what we watched this week.
We've got Sean Blue Digital in the chat. How's it going, Sean?
Hey, Sean. How's it going? Have you seen the Trilogy of Terror 2? The second one?
I haven't seen the first one. I was just watching your video.
It's pretty good. The first one's a lot better than the second one, but you get the African Zuni doll in the second one again. Still not as good as the first one. Yeah, it was in the first one too.
Is that one from the 80s as well, or?
Trilogy of Terror 2, I think, was 91, I think.
So Sean says he's watching The Fly 2 for the first time on Blu-ray.
Fly 2.
I don't think I've seen that one since it came out a long time ago.
I haven't seen that since it came out either. But I don't even have that one. I don't even have The Fly 2. I have The Fly, but not The Fly 2.
Yeah, I think Sean got like a Fly box set recently that had.
Yeah, I saw that he on his update video he said he managed to get it for like $43 or something on sale. Our Walmart has it for $39.
I haven't seen it at my Walmart.
Oh really? Yeah, ours has it for $39. They have the Fly box set and they have the Omen box set, and they're both $39.
I had the Omen box set before they released the new one. It had like a 5th movie in it.
Yeah.
But the 5th one I'd never even heard of, and it's not even Damien. It's like some other like girl character, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Yeah, that was something. I was thinking, what are some movies that you loved in the 80s, but now that when you go back and watch them now, they're kind of like,
like horror or any genre?
Any genre. I was thinking horror, but I mean, it does go across all genres. I mean, there was just some stuff I'm just like, ugh.
Beastmaster was awesome in the 80s, and going back and seeing it now, it's like, it just doesn't hold up. What, Cruel? Was it Cruel? Remember Cruel?
Yeah.
I think it was Cruel. Called Cruel. K-R-U-L-L.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one didn't hold up either. I think we're having some technical difficulties here.
One that I watched recently that I used to love as a kid was Pumpkinhead. I picked it up last week at Best Buy and watched it, and it's just like, man, it's not the same for me.
Breaking up.
All right, am I?
Talk to me, Goose.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We good?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I haven't heard you for the last like 30 or 40 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just saying that Pumpkinhead is one that didn't hold up for me.
Yeah. Kristen. Kristen loves Pumpkinhead.
Oh, I did too as a kid, but I watched it. I mean, it's not terrible, but it just didn't feel the same. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it, but it doesn't really hold up. I do like Lance Henriksen though. I thought he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I really loved him as Bishop in the Alien franchise.
I agree with Sean. That holds up.
So Sean says that he thinks that Pumpkinhead still holds up great, and that's because of the atmosphere.
Yeah, Kristen agrees with him. Kristen says she agrees with him.
Yeah. Let's see, we've got Steve from Grimwood Hollow in the chat. He's who sent me this T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
And then we got Ben from Cadaver Cub. I think I saw him a while ago.
Howdy, Ben.
I thought I saw Ben. Maybe not.
Oh, no Ben?
No Ben. Yeah, there he is. There's Ben. I'm trying to think what else I watched this week. I watched one, I think that was French, but it was overdubbed. What was it called?
Was it horror?
Yeah.
Frontiers?
No, it was on Shudder.
I
think it was Shudder.
What?
You watched a French movie on Shudder. Let's see.
I can't use my phone because I'm using it to to do this.
I can't either. Right, we usually tend to buy all the Shudder movies on DVD or Blu-ray when they come out. So we might have it, whatever it is.
It was about possession and stuff. So I don't recall what it was called. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. It wasn't that great, in my opinion.
Then we probably have it because we have a lot of not so great movies.
Yeah, I was watching your latest movie collection video today. The B section. You get a lot of movies that you have bought but you've never watched. I was like,
yeah, we
that's when you know you have too many.
We have so many that are unopened that we've had for years that we haven't even watched. But there is some that aren't open that we've seen before on either Netflix or Shudder or whatever. We buy them and then we don't watch them again until. Yeah. But there is a lot that we haven't watched, and there's quite a few that we've had for years that have been sitting on the shelf. I have given away quite a bit last year in the horror community. I gave away quite a bit of horror movies.
Yeah, I think you showed more in your first two videos than I have in my entire collection.
And that's
not even half of it. That's not even a quarter.
You're only through the B's.
Right. But the thing is our collection is nowhere near the size of a lot of people in the horror community. I mean, it's not even nowhere in comparison to some of them.
Oh, I imagine Sean Blue Digital has a big, huge collection too.
But see, we have mostly just your basic standard DVDs and Blu-ray. We don't have a lot of the Scream Factory and all that stuff. We don't have a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, until I joined the horror community, I didn't know anything about Wild Eye and Vinegar Syndrome and all these.
Yeah.
I guess they're movie companies, right? That just do releases. Is that correct?
I like to. I don't know. I'm kind of weird in the sense that I like to, instead of buying a $30 DVD, I'll take that $30 and go buy, like 10, 15 DVDs. I'm just more to watch. I don't know. I'm just that's why we got so much crap that we haven't even watched yet.
Yeah, and last night we were talking about the movie Haunt on Cody's stream, and there's this special edition that you can buy that has like 5 posters and 4 enamel pins, and just like I don't have anywhere to put all that stuff, or else I would buy it, but I would much prefer pay the $29 for the Blu-ray and not the $60 for the extra stuff with it.
Yeah, I heard the last 5 seconds of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you guys in the chat? Am I breaking up?
I think one of us is. I don't know.
Let me just ask the chat. All right, so Ben says that he can hear me just fine, and Grimwood confirmed he can hear us both just fine. So I don't know.
It must be on my end. Are you reading or are you frozen?
I'm reading. Just trying to monitor the chat, make sure I don't miss anything. So Sean says that he's looking to find a Wild Eye movie that really grabs him and keeps him, and people keep telling him to buy them, but he already knows what he getting himself into. I can't think of anything that I've ever seen from Wild Eye.
Any Wild Eye movie? None
that
that
hasn't been in theaters, or it's something I haven't seen on Netflix. I've probably never even heard of it.
What think I lost you. What are you talking about? A specific movie?
No, I'm just Wild Eye in general. I mean,
Wild Eye releasing.
Yeah.
They do have some pretty awesome cover art every once in a while, but I really like the cover art they did for a movie called Sodomaniac and Stabbed in the Face. There's a few good artworks, DVD or case artworks that they have, but for the movies themselves, I can pass on them. I'm not a big Wild Eye fan.
From what I've seen in some of the reviews from like Quentin and Hobbs and other people, they look like they're essentially just indie films, right? I mean,
they're low. It's low budget, but yeah. I mean, you know, I get all that, and I it's just I don't really care for them.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. I mean, to each their own. But I just don't know about a lot of these.
Yeah, I think it's definitely on my end because you keep.
It is. Like, our TV keeps going out too.
Dinging out.
TV out.
No, I'm gonna shut the TV on. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, you keep freezing on my end, so I don't know.
Yeah, you keep freezing on mine too. So it must. I don't know what it is.
I watched the Hunt again.
Yeah, that's
a good movie. That was my second time seeing it, and I liked it even more the second time.
Yeah, we like that movie.
What?
The Hunt.
Oh yeah, that was a little good.
So Ben says that low budget movies don't have to be bad, but a lot of the Wild Eye movies are low budget and bad.
Most of them are. I mean, there are a few that are actually decent, but for the majority of the ones that I've seen, because I quit tending to buy Wild Eye movies because my bad experiences with some of the ones that I've had previously, I just quit buying them. But there's a few that I have seen that were decent, but for the majority of the ones that I've seen, I didn't care for them.
I may get shunned for this, but a lot of the Fulci films that I've seen are cheesy, but they're cheesy good, right?
Cheesy good, yeah.
I mean, I watched City of the Living Dead for the first time. Cheesy story, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, the zombie special effects seemed to be just pile as much makeup on as you can, and
yeah, I mean,
a good story.
But they're still good though. I like them. I mean, I'm not a big, you know, Fulci fan, but I do like quite a few of his movies.
Yeah, so I know Ben's a big fan of the Fulci movies.
Right.
He said the storytelling is always bizarre. Steve at Grimwood Hollow says that Zombie rules. I haven't seen Zombies.
Zombie, yeah, that one's good.
Okay.
That one's really good.
Sean says that they are most of the time full of plot holes and it's the subject matter and gore that's the main focus of the films. I'll agree with that. I've only seen maybe 2 or 3 of his films.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. I mean, that's basically it in a nutshell. But they're still cheesy, good fun.
Did you watch anything this week?
No, nothing besides 2.5 Men.
Say 2.5 Men.
Oh yeah, and we watched Grown Ups
I like that movie.
for the millionth time. No, we watched the other day. The other night we watched Trilogy of Terror 2, and we watched what? Oh, we watched that Netflix movie. Nobody Sleeps in the Woods. That new Netflix.
That's on my watch list.
That was pretty good. I like that one. It was good
I
fun.
was talking to Ben last night, and he was saying that that it's nothing groundbreaking. It's
nothing groundbreaking.
Slasher
It's just
movie,
good,
it was
good
still
fun.
good.
It's a fun movie. Yeah, I enjoyed watching it anyway.
Yeah, that's
Kristen
one I have
agrees, so you know it's good.
on my list. What's that?
I said Kristen agrees, so you know it's good.
Okay. Did you pick up any new records this week? I know you were.
No, we picked up our copy of The Crow the other day, and while we were there, we found a used copy of Creepshow and the Now That's What I Call Halloween, the one that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. Still, my copy of The Fog is still in New Orleans.
Really?
I got an email saying that they said that it was because of the hurricane and they were without power for that week, but it had been mailed. It was supposedly mailed like 2 weeks before that, so I don't see how that has anything to do with it. And it's only coming from New Orleans. I mean, it should only take like 2 days to get here. 1 day actually. But yeah, I'm just think I'm gonna write that one off as lost and end up trying to get a refund.
Well, hopefully you'll get it this week.
Because it's still and at the end of the email it says if you still haven't received it in 2 more weeks, let us know. Are you kidding me? I don't know. But yeah.
So this is Waxworks, right?
Waxworks, yeah.
Yeah, I ordered Color Out of Space like 2 weeks ago, and it's still showing the label's been created but not shipped. So
yeah, that's what mine says. It says the label was created on October 23rd, and it's sitting. It hasn't moved or nothing. Just label was created October 23rd in New Orleans. And yeah, but if it had been shipped, it would have been here. It's been
No, I said that don't mean it's shipped.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it hasn't. I don't think it has shipped. I think they're sitting on it waiting for Easter.
Sean saying that the soundtrack to Zombie never gets played out for him, and he wants it played at his funeral. I haven't heard it, so I'm interested to hear it. It sounds like it's a great soundtrack.
It's pretty good soundtrack too.
Is it kind of synth heavy?
I don't know. No. It's more like I'm not like musically literate, so I can't really explain it.
What would you compare it to?
Similar to what's in Dawn, similar to, or not Dawn. Oh crap. I can't think of. Ask Sean. Sean, what would you compare that to? What would you compare Zombies score to?
He says it has some synth, but a lot of keyboard stuff. But then there's also some kind of tropical island music in some of the songs.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Like steel drums and stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
I want the theme to Cannibal Holocaust played at my funeral. That's what I want played at my funeral.
I've not seen that one either.
Oh,
I love that theme music. Have any of you guys seen Treevenge? I know a few of you have. Treevenge on you can look it up on YouTube. It's like a 10-15 minute short.
Treevenge, no.
They used the Cannibal Holocaust theme music in that.
Night Watch Zone was comparing Zombie to something being very similar to Goblin.
Oh, I love Goblin. One of my favorites soundtracks I have is Phenomena, and it's got a lot of Goblin on it. And I really like that.
I've heard the Suspiria soundtrack, the first one or the original. And it's
they do quite a bit for Argento.
Yeah.
But Phenomena is one of my favorites.
So have you seen the Mortuary Collection? There's been a lot of talk about that one.
Nope.
I watched it. It was pretty good. I like Clancy Brown, Mr. Krabs.
Oh yeah. I did. Okay. We did watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, that second episode with the guy getting pregnant, that was hard to watch. I was squirming a little bit in my chair.
The one where the girl goes to the place and it's got the
help wanted sign.
Yeah, the help wanted. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't care much for the first story with the pickpocket going to the bathroom and the tentacles coming out of the mirror. That was kind of hokey.
Yeah.
But the rest were pretty solid. My favorite would have to be the one with the guy whose wife is ailing, and he's, when she falls over on that statue, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, that was crazy. Sorry for the spoilers if you haven't seen it.
No, wait. I remember the girl in the bathroom, and I remember the guy being pregnant.
Right.
The third story was the man whose wife was sick and almost kind of catatonic and.
Oh yeah, and she fell down. Yeah, remember?
Barely. It sounds familiar.
And he starts feeding her, and his doctor says, "Here's some pills to get rid of her quicker."
Kristen remembers it. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
The babysitter. I don't remember the babysitter one.
Do you remember the one about the babysitter?
Yeah. Remember, it was the guy ended up being the babysitter.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
The girl was a serial killer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's how it kind of ties it back.
We just ruined it for everybody, but yeah, that I like that one. That was good. That was
Sorry,
good.
Guys.
I like that one. I remember that one. Did you watch?
Most everybody's seen that one.
Did you watch Nightmare Radio? Or Nightmare Radio, I think it was called.
Oh yeah.
It's on Shudder. It had a few good stories in it. That one's on. It's on Shudder. What else did we get? We watched on Shudder. Oh, we haven't watched it yet. Is the Yummy? Oh, we watched that Baby Blood. We watched Baby Blood. If you've seen Prevenge, it's kind of like Prevenge, but it's It didn't really Kristen says it was dumb, but
I still want to see that Beelzebub. What is it called? Elizabeth or
Beelzebub?
Yeah. It looks pretty good. I know it's got the guy from Saw in it.
I fell asleep in like the first 10 minutes of that one.
Oh, was it because you were just tired or because it was boring?
Probably. Do you remember it?
What?
Beelzebub?
Huh?
Yeah, she don't I know. I think she watched it. She actually finished watching it, but I know I fell asleep because I only remember like the first 10 minutes where the guy's like walking around. He's got the cloak on. Oh, you haven't seen it, so.
No, I mean I've only seen the trailer.
Yeah, I was asleep within the first 10 minutes. But yeah, I think it was like on a Saturday night, and I get off work 6:30 or 6 in the morning, and then sometimes I stay up and by the time it's time to watch movies, I'm
Let's see what's going on in the chat. Sean says he likes it when Clancy's character was the creepo. That's when the kid calls him a creepo and he runs away. Steve says that Clancy was totally channeling Angus Scrimm. We loved it.
Oh, so it's your fault.
Yeah, every time I try to get on the thing, it keeps things on.
Did you know what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Clancy Brown, Mr. Krabs. That was it's funny seeing him as seeing him in movies and stuff, and then knowing that he's also Mr. Krabs. That's just cracks me up.
Yeah, I think one of the earliest movies I remember with Clancy Brown was Pet Sematary 2.
Yeah, Pet Sematary.
And of course, he was the Dick Guard in Shawshank.
I love Pet Sematary 2. I like that one a lot more than the first one, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I do. I really do. I really enjoyed Pet Sematary 2 over the first one. Definitely over the remake.
I like the remake. I mean, it's.
I didn't like how they switched it to the girl, and
that's what I liked about it, because it was different enough that it was still. I like how it kind of all came full circle at the end, and instead of Gage being the one that was the killer, it's the girl, and she turns the mom and dad, and then they're after Gage. It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, I always liked the little kid that played Gage. When he was on he was a little smart ass on. Did you ever watch Full House?
Yeah.
He was one of Michelle's little friends. He was always like a little smart ass on that show.
And he played Dylan, right, in Nightmare.
Yeah.
New Nightmare, and he was also in that movie. What was it called? It was a Bruce Willis movie. Was it The Jackal, maybe? Or like this kid, like a kind of a savant, or.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
The Jackal. It was from the 90s. It had like.
Right. Yeah,
Bruce
I mean,
Willis
I
and Richard Gere.
I definitely know heard of the name Jackal, a Bruce Willis movie, but I haven't seen it.
I think it was Jackal, or maybe it was called Mercury Rising. It was one of those two movies.
Right.
There was supposed to be a fan film being made called Dylan's New Nightmare that had that kid actor as an adult.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was like an Indiegogo program for it and everything. I don't know what happened. Well, COVID happened, but I don't know. And then there's another channel that I follow or subscribe to, Dave McRae. They are currently working on a fan film for Black Christmas called It's Me, Billy. So I'm looking forward to that. That was a horrible remake the second time.
We haven't watched the newest remake. We have it, but we haven't watched it yet.
I just saw the original for the first time last month, and
yeah, a lot of people love that movie.
It wasn't bad, but it was kind of really slow for me.
Yeah.
That really old one?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I always just found it a little boring.
Yeah.
But but a lot of people really like that movie.
I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody in the chat, but a lot of those Canadian horror films just don't really do much for me. Like the original My Bloody Valentine, I didn't care much for it. I watched one called Curtains that my friend Phil recommended. It wasn't that great either. I don't know.
Now I do enjoy the original My Bloody Valentine. That was good.
I like the remake, the Bloody Valentine 3D. It was good.
You seem to like a lot of the newer remakes of the the older slasher movies. Like you like the new Friday remake.
Oh yeah,
you like the Texas Chainsaw.
Evil Dead.
And they are good. But I think I like probably the originals better, actually, except for Texas Chainsaw. That's another movie that I'm not a huge fan of, as a lot of people are. In fact, I'm one of the weird ones that like Part 2. I like Texas Chainsaw Part 2. I like the humor, the wackiness of it. And I really like Leatherface, the newest one. I really like that one. And,
I liked all those movies.
The remake.
Yeah. I liked the remakes much more than the originals for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I wasn't really that much of a fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street one.
No. They could have. I don't know what. I mean, I like Jackie Earle Haley as an actor, but that was just the wrong.
Yeah, the girl that played Nancy was just like, she had no. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she went on to play Elizabeth in the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movie, and
right.
I loved her in that, but I didn't like her much in the Elm Street remake. I wasn't a fan of the Poltergeist remake at all. That was just
we didn't. No,
awful.
There's just some movies that need to be left alone.
No, I did like Amityville.
And there's certain characters that cannot be replaced.
Yeah. I like the Amityville one though with Ryan Reynolds. The original, Margot Kidder just doesn't do it for me in that movie. She just gets on my nerves.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Shelley Duvall in The Shining.
Oh yeah.
Cannot stand her, but I mean, I understand, what the kind of working conditions she was in while filming it. How?
Oh yeah. I mean, Kubrick was the downright dick to her. I mean,
but I mean that was to get her to give him what he needed out of her. Perhaps maybe took it a little too far, but still, I don't know what. Just looking at her, I can't stand looking at her. And it's like my favorite movie too. But yeah.
Did you like her as olive oil in Popeye?
No.
I remember Shelley Duvall when I was a kid. There used to be a TV show, I think it may have been on Showtime, called
The Fairy Tale.
Yes, the Fairy Tales. Yeah. Yes, and those were good. And then as I got older and discovered The Shining and saw her in that, I was like, that's not the same Shelley Duvall I remember from Showtime.
And have you seen her lately? What happened to her?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's got some mental problems. I think she was like on an episode of Dr. Phil, and she's not all there.
She looked rough.
Yeah.
Like really bad. Like hardly recognizable.
Yeah.
And there's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen is like if you Google Shelley Duvall, there's usually there'll be like a little claymation thing, like a bust of her. It's like made out of clay. It's one of the creepiest looking things you've ever seen. I don't know if it'll pop up for you, but it's like it's like a clay drawn, like a clay figure, a bust of Shelley Duvall from The Shining, and it's just the creepiest looking thing ever. If I find the picture, I'll send it to you. It's just creepy looking.
I don't remember old school Shinobi to see like Shelley Duvall and Roxanne.
Never watched Roxanne.
Is that the movie with Steve Martin? Yeah.
Steve Martin. Never watched Roxanne.
Yeah, I don't remember
it's
that one.
The Cyrano de Bergerac story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not watched that.
Let's see. Sean said that the remake of Elm Street felt rushed, and it barely felt like it was a nightmare movie at all. And Night Watch Zone agrees that it really just lacked the soul of the original.
Yeah, it had. Yeah, it was. Like I said, I really like Jackie Earle Haley.
Yeah, he was great in The Watchmen.
And yeah, The Watchmen, Bad News Bears. Remember, he was. I can't think of his character's name in Bad News. The original Bad News Bears.
But he was
one of the kids. Yeah, the original Bad News Bears. He was the kid with the. Dang it! I'm so bad with names. He was.
That's been a long time since I've seen that one.
Yeah, but yeah, he was one of the kids in Bad News Bears. Yeah, I like Jack, but he was just wrong for the part of Freddy Krueger, and the makeup, the I didn't like the way he looked at all.
I don't think he was necessarily a bad cast for Freddy Krueger. I just think that the writing was just really weak for that movie.
Yeah, that's more than like more than like that's it was. It had to do with the writing of it.
And Rooney Mara just as Nancy, she kind of just phoned it in, or that's how I felt. I mean, she just didn't have any. I don't know. She just didn't.
See, I never liked
Langenkamp.
I never liked Heather Langenkamp, except she used to be in a sitcom TV show called Just the 10 of Us.
Yeah, I remember that.
I liked that show. I liked her in that show, but I didn't really. I liked her in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. In part 3, when she comes back, I didn't like her in that one for some reason. She just, I don't know. She just didn't seem to be the same man. I mean, I know she was older and wiser and all this stuff, and she just didn't appeal to me like she did in the original. Which brings up another thing that bugs me about movies is the way they insist on killing off a main character. And by main character, I mean like
in a sequel, you mean?
Your final girl. You know, you've seen it in Nightmare on Elm Street when they offed her in part 3, with Nancy in part 3.
Yeah. The same happened in Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Even Ripley in Alien 3. You know.
Well, it was the same with part 4 in Elm Street. They killed off Arquette's character. I can't remember what her name was. Allison, maybe.
I'm so bad with names.
I think her name was Allison in the movie.
Allison.
It wasn't. They didn't bring back Arquette for part 4, but there was another character named Allison that was supposed to be her character, but they killed her on the beach, right? When Freddy comes up with his glove looking like a shark.
Yeah. No. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it just irritates me. It's like, why do they insist on killing off the character if the actor doesn't want to be a part of the sequels or the sequel? Why does it have to be that character killed? Why can't they just get a happy ending, like they go off and live their life? And that always bugged me with Alice on Friday the 13th. I was why? Why they got to kill her? Why can't she just have moved on with her life? And I don't know. That always bugs me when movies do that, when they insist on just killing off,
Well, unless you're Laurie Strode.
Well, yeah. We haven't seen. They could. Well, actually, they did, and
they killed Resurrection. In Resurrection, right?
Yeah, which is this. I'm not even going to touch that turd. But
yeah,
it's why, why can't they just get a break? I mean, they go through the most traumatic experience of their life, and then just randomly just get killed.
Yeah. I was watching something on YouTube, and they were just talking about, the trauma that Laurie Strode went through in Halloween 1 lasted all of 15 minutes, and like that was enough to scar her for 40 years. It's like, well, I think I would be traumatized too if Michael Myers came after me.
Well, yeah, if you take it from the Halloween 2018 perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like her being 40 years, and then this whole 40 years she's been like prepping like Sarah Connor. It's like, okay, so it was like one night, and you spent the last 40 years prepping for like it was Judgment Day coming.
So I'm just trying to monitor the chat. Ben's doing some cover songs. Sean says that every time he watches the Nightmare remake, he turns it off about 2 minutes in.
I don't even watch it.
Huh?
I don't even put it in to watch.
Yeah.
I have it on the shelf.
I watched it as part of the 31 Nights of Horror last month, because I was trying to go back and watch things I hadn't seen in a long time, and then try to watch some stuff I'd never seen at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got through it, but it was still as bad as I remember.
Do you know who Brendan Fletcher is? He was in Freddy vs. Jason. He's the one that him and his brother were in the asylum, in the mental hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He's also in a movie called I think it's called Rage. No. Dang it! What's the name of that movie? Help me out, guys, in the comment. Where he orders the armored suit through the mail. Rampage. That's what it is. Yeah. And have you seen that one? Have you seen Rampage?
No.
That is a good movie. You should check that one out.
Is that my homework assignment?
I really enjoy that one. He's got a couple of sequels, but the first one is pretty damn good. And I like Brendan Fletcher. He's a good actor. I wish he was in a lot more. He's in Open 24 Hours. He's the guy that comes in. He's the guy that comes in and talks to her and befriends her.
Yeah, the guy that was working behind the counter before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was one that I really enjoyed. I think I watched it because you recommended it to me. That was a good movie.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that. In fact, that's probably one of the more recent ones that we watched that I actually really enjoyed was Open 24 Hours. Yeah.
I still want to see that movie Eden Lake that you keep talking about.
Eden Lake, yes, Eden Lake is awesome. I think you would really enjoy Eden Lake. I think it's something that would be right up your alley too. It's got Michael Fassbender, Kelly Riley. Yeah, the ending is a real kick in the nuts too.
Is it a horror movie or is it more of a thriller?
It's a thriller.
Okay.
More well, it's kind of like a I would put it in the same category. Not as disturbing as that. Well, not as how would I put it? Not as sleazy as that.
Yeah.
I would put it in the same category as maybe The Strangers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those movies.
I mean, it's not a home invasion movie, but I mean,
but yeah. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I think you would like it. It's one of my favorites. I love it.
Yeah, Sean says that Eden Lake is one of those movies that takes a turn that you probably don't see coming, and that's what attracts him to it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be spoiled, but it looks like it's a good movie.
What's that?
From what I've seen the trailers.
Oh, you're watching the trailer?
Oh, I've seen the trailer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that one would be right up your alley. Because you said you mentioned you like movies like the home invasion type movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's not a home invasion movie, but I would put it in that kind of category.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Everybody what you're saying.
Everybody in the comments is like, that's not a home invasion. I know. It's not a home invasion movie, but I would put it in that same type of thriller horror category.
Mm-hmm.
People getting tormented and And did you finish watching The Room, or did you not go back to that?
The Room.
I thought it was pretty neat. Did you ever watch Vivarium? Did you watch that yet?
No.
Vivarium. That was a weird one.
What was The Room? I don't remember that one. The Room?
The Room is the one where they move into this house and there's a room that is locked.
And if you go inside and make a wish,
make a wish. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I started it, but it was just a little too slow for me.
Yeah. Let's see. How about did you catch One Cut of the Dead? I know a lot of people have. Well, I don't know if they're still talking about it, but for a while it was pretty popular there for a day or two. This movie called One Cut of the Dead. We bought it. I put it in and we turned it off in like 5 minutes.
Really?
So, did you watch it?
No.
It's like a zombie comedy, maybe. Like I said, within 5 minutes we turned it off. So I was just wondering if maybe we just didn't give it a long enough chance.
I'd never even heard of it. One Cut Dead.
Yeah, it's called One Cut of the Dead.
Oh, of the Dead. So Ben says that you cheated yourself, Eric. You should have stuck it out and watched it.
That's what I thought, because there was a lot of people praising it, but I couldn't get. Like I said, 5 minutes, and we was like, yeah, this ain't good. But we'll probably revisit it. I'm sure we will.
He said you should have watched it for 45 minutes, and then it would have changed.
Well, for 45 minutes. Can we just fast forward?
You were so close, man. You were so close.
Yeah, so close. What have you ever seen Death Valley you ever seen Death Valley? It's an older movie from probably the early mid '80s. Actually, probably right before it's got Ralphie from Christmas Story. It's probably maybe about this. The way he looks, I would say, is probably like the year before or the year after he did A Christmas Story.
1982. It's not looking like anything I can remember seeing. It's got Wilford Brimley in it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pretty neat little oddity. If you want to see, see Ralphie in something besides Christmas Story.
Well, he was an elf. Was the elf he was
in? He's the
airport guy, right?
He's directed quite a few. I think he's directed
maybe
some well-known movies or produced them. I think either directed or produced some well-known movies.
Yeah, so Ben's saying no spoilers, but after the 45 minutes of that movie, Cut of the Dead, it gets much better.
Okay, so 45. Well, all right, 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Have you seen Monster Man?
No.
Monster. It's called Monster Man. This is about these guys getting tormented by this dude in this monster truck on the road. It's like a kind of like a
Maximum Overdrive.
The guy. They're kind of like maybe something you would see out of like Wrong Turn. Yeah. But he drives this huge monster truck. It was pretty entertaining. It's nothing like outstanding, but it was definitely entertaining.
Yeah, Ben says he saw it and he liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was. See, I like entertainment. I like.
When you said monster trucks, I thought of Zombieland Double Tap.
Zombie.
When they're in that big, huge Bigfoot looking truck and.
Yeah, I like fun, entertaining movies.
Yeah, that's why I like Shaun of the Dead so much. I mean, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's got the gore in it and the comedy.
I love Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Everything that they've done so far, I've loved. Even Paul.
I really liked Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. I wasn't really much a fan of the third one in the trilogy.
The End of the World.
I thought Paul was hilarious.
Yeah.
The alien.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, with Seth Rogen as the voice. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, Kristen loves Paul too. What was it called? The third one was The End of the World. No, what was that one called?
It was part of the Coronado trilogy. The World's End, maybe, or something like that.
The World's End. At the World's End. Yeah. World's End. Yeah, The World's End.
I mean, it was still good. I mean, it was a pub crawl.
It was, as you said. That one was like the lesser of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Simon Pegg in the Star Trek remakes as Scotty. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
He was good, and he was also in the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, and he was the junk trader in
on Star Wars.
The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Force Awakens, yeah. But yeah, he's in the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
He was in something else that I really liked. Something about him
running a race.
No, it's something about him dying or having some wishes or something. And his dog, I think his dog talked. I can't remember. It was an odd, weird movie.
I remember one called Run Fat Boy Run or something like that, where he's
Run Fat Boy Run.
Runs that race, a marathon, yeah. So I'm going back to the chat. Looks like Ben saying that he's not a fan of Hatchet and that most people love that movie.
Hatchet?
I tried watching Hatchet and I got through like the first 20 minutes and I just didn't care for it.
Yeah, I don't like what is, dang it, crap, what is it? I can't think of her name. Dang, have you seen Charlie's Farm? I like Charlie's Farm. That's a good one.
There's a lot that I've not seen. I've never even heard of Charlie's Farm. Is it horror?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got a like a strung out beanpole thin Tara Reid in it. Looks like she needs to eat a sandwich.
Yeah, Tara Reid. I went back and watched Urban Legends for the first time in a long time, and I forgot she was in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie's Farm is good.
Ben agrees. He said it was pretty awesome.
It is good. Yeah, I got some of my C's pulled out. I don't know when I'll get to that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to keep them. I want to try to get it all done this year. Before.
So you're gonna do what? Maybe.
So maybe I'll do. Well, I'll try to do like one every day. Maybe try to. Bust one out when I get home from work before I go to bed, if I can. Because I don't want to like drag it out to where it's going to go into next year. I want it all done this year.
I could do mine in a 20-minute video.
Well, I've got like 50 movies here that I had to take off of the shelf when I put because I added all the stuff that needs to be alphabetized over there to put over here. And as I did that, now I've got 50 movies without a home, which is the C's, because I had to take a lot of the C's out to fit the B's. And so now I got this huge stack of C's just sitting here. So it might keep me motivated to get them off of here. Although I've had like 100 movies sitting over there on my stand next to the couch, just sitting on a stand that I've had there for like months. And Kristen's giving me the evil eye to move this stuff. So maybe it'll keep me motivated to get this done. But I'm still going to end up with, we're still going to have like 6 shelves of, because we got this shelf that goes from the ceiling to about a foot off the floor here, and then another one on that side of, we got the television right in the center. And we have another shelf just like this one over there, and that's all horror movies. And we got a shelf that's twice the size of this that has our regular movies, and it's got 6 shelves of horror movies too. That all, what's going to happen is, even though I'm going to get those alphabetized, it's still going to end up overflowing to where I still got to put crap over. And I hate having stuff on that side, but I can't help it.
So Old School Shinobi has a question. He wants to know what you do when you get a used DVD and the case is kind of funky. do you try to scrub it down and stuff it in with the rest of your stuff, or do you put it kind of off the side for it by itself?
Usually I'll find a movie that I don't care about, like the Prom Night remake. And no, I'll find a movie that I don't care about, and I'll just switch out the artwork into that case. If it's a movie that I like. If I get a DVD that's got a crappy case, I'll just switch it out with a movie I don't care nothing about.
Yeah, that's what drives me crazy sometimes with buying new ones. That they put the sticker right there on the cover of the jewel case, and it's just like
I just had one that I was looking at earlier today. I don't know which one it was. I can't remember which one, but you can see where I tried to take it. It was on the slip case. They had put it on the slip case and tried to take it out, and just left the white backing of the sticker that didn't come out, and it just looks awful. Yeah, I hate that. I hate when they do it. And I've gotten a few older movies that I got from a video rental store that were selling their movies and they have I don't know if I got one here, but as an example, it would have their sticker across, but it wouldn't be on the plastic. They actually took the paper sleeve out of the case and put it on the sleeve, or the paper sleeve, and I hate that. And you can't get it off without tearing up the.
And that's why I don't buy a lot of used vinyl. I hate getting a record that has a sticker on the jacket. That's just my OCD. I can't handle it. I gotta have.
Yeah. So far, I know Comeback puts theirs on the plastic, which comes off fairly easy. But the other place that we frequent is called McKay's. If you guys have ever heard of it, it's an amazing store. They got one in Chattanooga, Knoxville, Nashville, some in North Carolina. You guys check that store out. It's tons of used media. You can find a lot of rare stuff there. But the stickers that they use at McKay's, it doesn't matter. They can put, sometimes they'll put a sticker on and then they'll change the price and put another sticker on top of it. Sometimes it'll be like 5 stickers.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter how long it's been on there. It peels right off without leaving anything.
Another thing, just one second. Oh, trying to find my Blade record. Yeah. If I see a record, I never would have bought this had I known there was a hole punch in it. That just drives me crazy too, like here.
Oh yeah. I got it. Yeah. We have a few with the hole punch. We have a few with the saw mark, the saw cut.
And this one had stickers on it. You can see where that residue is. And I tried taking a magic eraser to it, and it's just drives me nuts.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that would get that off without leaving some kind of a stain on the jacket, like a fingernail polish remover or Goo Gone. I think any of that stuff would probably leave some kind of a mark on the.
So Old School Shinobi says that he's a germaphobe, especially this year, and he's purchased several of those Case Logic mega cases to hold loose discs, and he just tosses the individual cases and keeps the artwork in a file. He's gone as far as to say that he wipes the disc down because he's a nut and a big germaphobe.
What's he keeping the discs in a?
That's not like one of those. Is it one of those books, old school, that you can like put CDs in, where it's like a little clear jacket kind of thing? I don't know.
Sorry.
Freddy in the back. That's just a mannequin. I wore the mask for Halloween and the sweaters from Hot Topic. It was Michael Myers, so I just swapped it out for Freddy.
What's that? I missed it. What was it?
There was a question as to where I got that Freddy figure. It's just a mannequin that I've put my Tots mask over and then sweat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, because usually that's your Michael Myers, right?
I'm sorry?
Usually that's your Michael Myers, right? You just put the mask.
I just swapped it out.
What'd you do with your Sam? Is he outside?
No, he's still there.
We managed to put our Sam outside for like, well, how long was he outside for? Like 4 hours?
Yeah, same here. Yeah, Sam's still there.
I didn't want to put him out at all. I didn't want him to get I didn't want him to get like a moisture and get mildewy and.
Well, let's see what else we got going on in the chat. Yeah, so Old School says it's one of those books that you buy. You can just kind of flip through pages of different discs. He's got like 10 of those huge books on top of still intact DVDs, occupying 2 shelf units. So he's got quite the collection too.
Yeah. Yeah, because those little I used to use them for CDs, but yeah, some of those are like, you can get a lot of crap in those things. You can get like hundreds of movies in those things. And if he's got several of them, then yeah, he's got quite a good collection.
Do you ever sell your DVDs? Because there was a lot that you were saying you never watched or it was a horrible movie. Do you just still hang on to them?
Yeah, last year when I was on when I was in the horror community last year before I came back, I would send various people some some stuff that I didn't really want, and other stuff that I would take to trade in at McKay's or whatever. But now, since everything that we bought since maybe the last I don't know year, we've kept, even if we don't like it, we just keep it, because there's some things that I after I got rid of them, I was like, damn it, I should have kept it.
Yeah.
And so now I just keep everything. That's every horror movie.
I still got some movies that I won from Reject Films that I haven't watched yet. Hobo with a Shotgun. You familiar with that one?
I like Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yeah.
I love Rutger Hauer. Love Rutger Hauer. It kind of reminds me. Huh? Yeah. It kind of reminds me of a trauma film.
Mm.
I know a lot of people don't like trauma film, but it's
I
not.
I haven't watched this one yet either. Shivers.
Yeah. We bought that. We bought that edition a month or so back. We did not get the Little Monsters. We didn't buy Little Monsters, but we did get Shivers.
And I have never seen this one either.
VHS. We have that one. I don't think we've watched that one. I think there's 3 of them. I think VHS. I've seen that one around, but I haven't watched that.
Is it one of those movies that's kind of like
Is that a Wilder? Is that Wilder?
No.
No. Yeah, I've seen and heard that one. I haven't watched that one. But the VHS, I think there's 3. I could be wrong, but I think there's 3 of those films.
Yeah, I think you're right because I was talking to Phil, Creepy Vids, and he said there were 3 of them.
Yeah, we have the first one and we have the third one. We don't have the second one.
Was there decent movies? You said.
We haven't watched them.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they're anthology type.
Yeah, that's what Ben
it's
says.
I think it's like found footage type anthology.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong, but I think it's like a found footage anthology.
Yeah. So Old School says that I will like Shivers and VHS. They're both fantastic. But he doesn't think that I'll like Shivers. Shivers is that's one from like the 70s, right? I mean, it's an old movie, right?
Yeah, it's an old movie. It's kind of like the precursor, the granddaddy of Slither. Have you seen Slither?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I mean, they're not related, but it's kind of like the I don't know how you say it, like the precursor to Slither. You ever seen Slugs or Squirm? Any of those? Oh man, those are some cheesy fun movies. Squirm,
yeah, I don't.
Slugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love movies like that.
It's like Tremors. It's probably one I never would have watched. I did enjoy it, but I didn't see anything past Tremors 2.
Yeah, we just watched Shrieker Island, the new one.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
I think I saw that one was on either Netflix or Tubi.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix. Okay.
Yeah.
And I understand that Michael Gross, the guy from Family Ties, has been in all of them. Is he the only recurring character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in the one before this one had Jamie Kennedy as his son. This one had
dude from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, John Hader from Napoleon Dynamite in this one.
Oh.
Let's
see here. Sean says that VHS 2 wasn't terrible and it has its moments.
Yeah, I can't find that one. I'm pretty sure I'll be picking it up if I do find it, just so it completes the collection.
Ben thought VH1 and 2 were pretty good, but 3 wasn't super great. John Heder is his name?
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I find 2, we'll more than likely pick it up since we have 1 and 3.
Oh, I did watch All Hallows Eve. I kind of become a big fan of Art the Clown here.
Did you watch All Hallows Eve?
Yeah.
It's like I said, he was like a more like a supernatural being in All Hallows Eve than he is in Terrifier.
Yeah, and I'm hoping with Terrifier 2 they don't try to give us too much of a backstory, because that's. I saw an interview with David Howard. Was it Thornton? Is that his name? David Howard Thornton. Yeah. And the director, Damien something, and they were talking about Terrifier 2 coming out. It was supposed to have been out at Halloween this year, but because of COVID, it's got pushed to early next year. But they said they weren't going to try to give too much of a backstory, but there will be a little bit of that in Terrifier 2. But they said to expect, just as much extreme gore as in the first one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
There's some horror characters that I think would be better without knowing their backstory.
Yeah.
Just, like Art the Clown. I don't need a backstory.
He's just a crazy clown. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I didn't like about Hannibal Rising. I'm a huge fan of the Silence of the Lambs movies, the Hannibal Lecter movies. And when they just put out that movie, Hannibal Rising, it felt like it was just the movie company or whatever just trying to cash in on Hannibal Lecter. I mean, I don't even know how he became who he is. I don't really care. And the movie suffered for it for me. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like like when you get a franchise going, and you're going to get this one sequel that's going to give you a backstory, and then before you know it, what comes after the backstory or the backstory sequel, then you're going to get the in space sequel. It just you don't need this stuff. It's like learn from the last person that tried this crap.
Leprechauns and Jason in space, right?
They insist on doing it. I could live without a backstory to probably 90% of the horror-related characters.
We were talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remakes. I mean, I enjoyed Leatherface, but I mean, I didn't need to see that either. But I mean, it was still a good movie. But
I did enjoy Leatherface. I mean, I liked it for the simple fact that the first time I watched it, the character I thought was Leatherface was not. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it for that. I really liked it for that. For throwing me a curveball because I wasn't expecting it. I thought, okay, yeah, he's definitely, and it turns out not to be, which was I thought was pretty good.
So the topic came up last night in the Coast to Coast stream. If we ever get a Friday the 13th remake or reboot, do you think it should start over with the whole Pamela Voorhees story, or should it just
see? That's what I heard they were doing was a Pamela Voorhees.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard that they were doing was Pamela Voorhees.
I liked how the remake just kind of touched on that story in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it kind of put the first three film, the first, and just moved on.
You've got Baghead Jason, and then you've got Hockey Mask Jason. That was good.
Then you also had Pamela at the beginning. At the beginning, just kind of just skim through the main or the basic story, and then just kicked right off.
I would kind of like just to see a remake where Derek Mears reprises his role as Jason and it just starts off with him in the woods and there's campers or hikers or whatever, and the killing starts. Yeah. I mean, I don't need all that backstory stuff. We all know how Jason came to be and who Pamela Voorhees was and all that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the mythos surrounding Jason, it's all been established. Everybody knows it. Let's just get something fresh.
Yeah. Well, we've been going an hour and a half. You okay? Keep going, or?
Yeah, as long as you want. I'm down to 45% on my phone.
Plug it in.
I can't plug it in because it has my phone don't plug in. It doesn't work. That's why I use the wireless charger. Yeah, my phone only works on a wireless charger. The connection doesn't work anymore. The plug-in.
Yeah. Well, I gotta step away for just a second. I'll be right back if you wanna entertain the group.
Okay. I don't see. Where do you get the chat? Oh, right. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I leave?
No, you're still there.
Oh, I'm still here. You can still see me? All right. I'm looking at the comments. I'll go through the comments.
All right.
Let me.
I'll be right back.
All right. All right. Ben's left. Everybody's gonna leave now. It is U.S. only. That it is still the same. I still have it. It's still upstairs. And the last, I don't know if you remember the last video I did of the martial arts collection where I showed it all at once. But it's still up there. I have gotten maybe since then. I've gotten maybe 20 or so more. But yeah, I still have that. I haven't decided on if I want to keep it or not. It doesn't get much. Yeah, there was a lot. It was maybe 1,200 titles. I think that was, yeah, maybe about 1,200 titles, because I had there was a lot of box sets that had like 20, 30 movies on them, so that added up too. But yeah, there was a lot. Mostly was old school, like kung fu movies from the 70s, which is what I really like. I do like a lot of the new stuff, but I really enjoy the 70s kung fu movies, because that's what I grew up. Because when I was a kid, on like Saturday mornings, we would have kung fu theater on television, and so I would watch that, and then after I'd watch that, I'd run outside and like do my kung fu on trees and stuff. But yeah, so that stuck with me from when I was a kid, and so yeah, I started collecting them maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I just every time I saw one, I would pick it up. Yeah, the Legend of the Seven, that is a collaboration that Shaw Brothers did with Hammer Films. I don't know if you knew that. You probably did. It was one of 2 collaborations they did. The other one they did is a movie called Shatter. But I don't believe that one was horror related. I haven't seen that one, and I don't have that one. Because I don't believe it was martial arts or horror related. I think it's like just a drama action. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's called Shatter, and it was the other collaboration between Shaw Brothers and Hammer. But yeah, Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires got a special Blu-ray release maybe 2 years ago. I can't remember if it was Shout Factory, or I'm not quite sure. Oh, that's Born Invincible. No, not Born Invincible. Invincible Armor. Maybe that's the one you're thinking of. invincible armor. Well, that one had like 2 guys. That was, or it could also be, no, that sounds like invincible armor. Yeah. Yeah, I would say maybe invincible armor is what you're thinking of. Oh, Dave's back.
Yeah. My wife just got home. She had some stuff she needed help carrying in. So you guys were talking about Kung Fu movies?
Yeah, we got on Kung Fu movies.
I remember, I think it was USA that used to like show those like on Saturday mornings. Kung Fu Theater or whatever it's called. Oh, I think we just lost Eric. Yep, we lost Eric. He's backstage.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I accidentally hit the wrong button.
That's all right.
Fighting on spikes. Shoot, that. There was a scene like that in Master of the Flying Guillotine, but there wasn't a spot where he had to cover his ass. I'll look more into that. You asked if you get in touch with me, I'll do a little more looking into that, and I'll let you know what that is. I haven't really looked at the collection, and like I said, it's been sitting up in the hallway upstairs for a little over a year now.
So, Eric, you mentioned giving me a homework assignment. Is there anything you want me to check out this week?
Yeah, I want you to watch Eden Lake, and
yeah.
I know that's not on any streaming, is it? Not that I know of.
I think I saw it on Amazon Prime. I'll rent it and watch it.
Yeah, but
it looks pretty good from what I saw in the trailers.
Yeah, I don't want you to like rent something and then not like it. Then I'll feel like I owe you money.
Oh, you don't know.
But no, I think you'll like it. I really think you will. You know what? I was thinking earlier that I was going to mention a few movies for you to watch, and I had them in my mind, and now I can't. I definitely want you to watch Eden Lake because that's one of my favorites. But I might have to just message you later movies because I can't think of them now. But I had something in mind. I had something in mind because as I was moving movies around earlier today when I was doing my video, I was like, oh yeah, let me see if Dave's watched this. Yeah, and I can't. I don't know what it could have been.
I kind of want to see that one you just talked about, the One Cut of the Dead. That sounds interesting to me.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna have.
If you can get into the first 45 minutes, we can talk about it.
Yeah, if I can get past if I can get past the first 5 minutes, because that's as far as I got last time. But if I can get past, that's on Shudder. We have it on DVD, but I'm pretty sure it's on Shudder still. So if you gonna watch that, it's on Shudder. What was it? Yeah.
So we lost Sean.
Sean's gone.
We have Chris from Blues Got Vinyl in the house with us.
All right, some vinyl.
Yeah, and we've got Dean from the Late Horror Show.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty unfamiliar with Dean and the vinyl. Which vinyl channel was it?
Blues Got Vinyl.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm familiar with. I haven't been on.
Chris is up in Canada. He's a very big collector of blues music. He shows a lot of great albums and stuff.
Yeah,
he's also into horror though. So glad to have you here, Chris.
Yeah, I haven't been on. I mean, I'm probably sure I've run across his videos, but I haven't been on my vinyl channel in well over maybe 2 months.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I just happened to log on today to see what's going on, and I saw that Rachel, the Music Man, was streaming live, and that she's pretty much doing that exclusively now. So
yeah, she's before I stopped doing the vinyl channel, or took a break from it anyways, that she was doing the live streams like every day, 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. So I think that's what she probably prefers doing now, I guess.
So Rick says that Eden Lake is good, but it pissed him off. So I don't know.
Yeah,
the details, but
it's a kick in the nuts. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. I really like that one. I always like want to recommend that to like everybody, anybody that's interested in just regular movies. It doesn't have to be horror. I'll recommend that movie. It's a good movie.
I like a good thriller movie. I mean, Silence of the Lambs is a thriller. The Turning, I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie in the world, but I mean, it was still okay up until the end, which pissed me off. But have you seen that one yet?
Yeah, that's another one that is. It's one of those movies that just kind of, there's so many like similar that they just all blend together.
Yeah,
that's how it is with me with a lot of movies. They just blend together.
Yeah, so The Turning is essentially the same story as The Haunting of Bly Manor. I mean, it's I've watched like the first 3 episodes of this season, and it's the same. I mean, it's based on the same story, Turning of the Screw. I forget who wrote it, but it's the same plot line and everything.
Yeah, that The Turning, we watched it probably the week that it came out on DVD. Of course, we picked it up and we watched it, and I cannot tell you anything about it because I could be, if I start talking about it, I could be talking about like 100 other movies. I can't pinpoint that particular movie is what I mean.
So Chris said he just watched Wolf Creek for the first time in a long time, and it still holds up. That's one I've never seen. That's one I want to see though. I've heard a lot about it.
Wolf Creek. Yeah, Chris and I, we watched that the first one at the theater when it came out. I actually kind of prefer I really like the second one. I like the character of like I said, I'm bad with names, but the Mick, the the bad guy. I like his character.
Is it a werewolf movie?
No.
Or no? Okay.
It's about these people that are like backpacking in the outback, and they come across this Australian guy that's doesn't take too kindly to foreigners.
Oh.
Starts tormenting them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good though. I mean, so yeah, Chris says it's not a werewolf movie. It's about hikers getting kidnapped and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the character of I want to say his name's Mick. He's the antagonist.
And that's been turned into a series, right? On
yeah,
Netflix?
there's a series. Yeah, there's a series.
Okay.
I have not watched the series.
Is it the same actor? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Jeff. Is it Jeff? I don't know. His last name's Jarrett.
Okay.
But I can't think of his first name. And the character he plays, his name is Mick. But yeah, it's the same actor that is in the TV series too as the movies. But I haven't watched the series.
Yeah, I don't really have time for series anymore. I mean, I guess I have time. I just don't have an interest in getting involved in any. I followed The Walking Dead for a long time and just finally just gave up on it.
Yeah, we watched The Walking Dead.
I watched the first 2 seasons of Westworld, but I haven't watched the 3rd one.
I haven't watched any of that. We only got up to like the first episode of season 4 of Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yeah, we haven't even finished that. We haven't even finished Lost.
I never watched Lost.
We watched the first 5 seasons. The last season we haven't watched. Because what happened with that is we found out what happened, so we're like, don't even want to watch it, you know.
Yeah.
And see, I know what happens in Game of Thrones. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know,
the last season of Game of Thrones was good, but it felt very rushed.
Yes, yeah, that's what everybody's saying is that it was rushed. Yeah.
It definitely wasn't as good as the previous seasons, but I don't know. I didn't care for how it ended, but I'm not the writers and producers, so. Let's see here. Chris says he's watching The Haunting of Bly Manor 2. It starts off kind of slow, in his opinion, which it does. It is slow. Yeah, I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in, and not much has happened.
I gotta catch up on that because I haven't watched any of that, but I haven't watched Haunting of Hill House either.
Oh, that was a good one.
Kristen has, so I gotta watch Haunting of Hill House so I can be on the same page as her, so we can watch Bly Manor.
Well, it's a completely different storyline.
Right. I mean,
you don't have to see one to know what's going on in the other, but it's.
Oh, I thought it was like a continuation. So it's not. So we can.
No, it's kind of along the lines of American Horror Story, where it's got some of the same actors doing different roles from season to season.
Yeah.
So you've got
new season of American Horror Story coming to Netflix Friday.
Oh,
not the new season, but the 1984, I think.
Oh, yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, the one that's not on there now. But yeah, there's a notification that it was it'll be on there this Friday.
1984 reminded me a lot of Final Girls.
The Final Girls?
Yeah.
Final Girl. Because there's 2. There's one called The Final Girls and there's one called Final Girl.
The one about the
The more
girl
the
whose
comedy,
mom was in the movies and
the comedy.
yeah, the comedy one.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of that. I mean, you've got a slasher out of camp, and the ghosts don't die, whatever. It's kind of this, very similar.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, then, yeah, maybe we'll give that Blind Manor a shot, because I was just under the impression that I had to see Haunted
No. I'm talking about 1984.
Yeah.
Of American Horror Story. It's very similar to The Final Girls.
Yeah.
But Bly Manor, yeah, it's an anthology series from season to season. So you've got different stories with the same actors. It's got Henry Thomas, who played Elliot, and Jack Torrance in the Doctor Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was surprised to see him play Jack Torrance in Doctor Sleep. Part of me wishes they could have just used CGI or some kind of like deep fake, but
yeah,
I think it would have been a little more better for me, but it was still good.
Now, I didn't read up on it. I didn't read nothing about it, and I don't think I've seen anything about it. But Doctor Sleep uses, well, I guess it went with what King probably considered still part of his idea of The Shining, from The Shining. Because what I was going to say is, King didn't like Kubrick's Shining, but yet he's using Kubrick's The Shining in Doctor Sleep. But then I thought, well, what we see in Doctor Sleep of The Shining is what probably King would consider still his vision of The Shining.
Yeah. I thought Mike Flanagan did a good job. Mike Flanagan did a good job at trying to please the Kubrick fans and Stephen King fans.
Right.
I know that the story or the movie isn't an exact. It doesn't hold true to the book, because I think at the end of The Shining in the book it blows up, right? Yeah. So
the boiler blows, and yeah.
So in Doctor Sleep, of course the Overlook is still there. So I mean, in the book it takes place somewhere else.
Right.
I kind of wish the movie gave a little bit more as to who Rose the Hat was. I mean, where did she come from, and why is she like she is?
Right.
But I mean, it was a 2.5-hour movie as it was. I mean.
Yeah. Did you like what they did with the Shining sequence in Ready Player One? I thought it was pretty cool.
I did.
I thought it was pretty cool what they did.
Yeah.
But I thought Ready Player One was pretty cool itself. The whole movie. I had the book.
The book was different.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Have you ever read The Thief of Always?
No.
Do you like Clive Barker?
Short of Hellraiser, that's all I know of Clive Barker.
Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Nightbreed. But he has a book. It's called The Thief of Always. It's not. It's more of like a what do they call? What are those books geared towards like teenage, young adult? It's kind of like more like a young adult. It's like a fantasy. It's a fantasy type, slight horror elements, and it's really good. It's probably my favorite book of from Clive Barker. It's definitely worth reading if you can get your hands on it. If you like that kind of, it's like I said, it's a fan. It's about the I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it deals with a boy that gets taken to this magical fantasy kind of house, and but it's called The Thief of Always. Anyway, it's really super good, and it's probably my favorite book of Clive Barker's, besides The Great and Secret Show. But yeah, I don't know how I got on the topic of books. But
well, Stephen King, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not an avid reader. I mean, I read Ready Player One, and I read.
Right. You talking about Ready Player One book.
I read the Millennium Trilogy with the girl with the dragon tattoo, the girl in the spider's web, and all that. And then I used to read like a lot of Dean Koontz back when I was younger. I like Dean Koontz.
Remember? Have you ever seen Watchers?
Yep.
Have you ever seen Watchers?
Yep. Am I breaking up again?
You froze on me.
Yeah, I've seen it. See what else?
Did you? I don't know if you answered me or not. Did you see Watchers? Have you seen Watchers?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I like that one.
It was a good one. Blue Sky Vinyl was saying that Lovecraft Country is a good TV show. I watched the first 3 episodes of that and then kind of just lost interest.
What is it?
Lovecraft Country. It's on HBO.
Oh yeah, we don't have HBO.
It's directed, or not directed, but I guess produced by Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele is causing quite the buzz in the horror industry.
Yeah.
I really liked Get Out, but I didn't care much for Us.
Yeah. Same with me. Well, actually, the first time I watched Get Out, I really enjoyed it. But the second time, maybe it was because I knew what was going on, what was going to happen. It had less of an impact. But Us, it wasn't as good as Get Out, I don't think.
Yeah. So Chris says that he likes the time period of the story. It's the whole magic and voodoo thing. So Lovecraft Country takes place, I want to say, in the late 50s, early 60s. But it deals a lot with how things were back then with racism, and it's starting to feel that way again, to be honest. But it just talks a lot about some of Lovecraft's themes and stuff. It's the first 3 episodes were pretty good, and then I just, for whatever reason, I just kind of lost interest.
Right. Yeah.
So it's in the late 40s. That's what just after World War II.
In fact, I haven't even heard of it because I don't have the HBO, so I haven't even heard of that. But it sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. Is it still running, Chris? Have they showed all 10 episodes, or is it? I think it's probably done by now. You probably see it on HBO Max if you subscribe to it or whatever. Love this movie.
So you got anything for me to check out this week?
You've probably seen more than I ever will. Maybe we should both watch that Cut of the Dead.
One cut. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. See, we have the cheaper DVD version.
I got this from my Secret Satan.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, I remember you getting that. Yeah, we'll watch One Cut of the Dead. I will force myself to watch past the first 5 minutes. You said? Yeah, it's on Shudder. It's a Shudder movie, so it should be on Shudder still.
Okay.
Did you watch The Furies?
The Furies?
On Shutters. Yeah, it's called The Furies.
Mm-mm.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Have you seen Hell House?
No, I have not. I've not watched Hell House. That Hell House LLC or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but it's on my watch list. It's there's like 3 of them, right?
Yeah, there's like there's I remember seeing at least 3.
So I had that on my watch list. I've got what's Castle what's it called? Castle. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, Castle Rock. Is it a show or a movie?
It's a horror movie. Castle Freak or
Castle Freak.
Yeah.
Castle Freak.
Is that a good one? No, not so much. Is it Fulci?
It's a full moon. No, not full moon. It's dark. Crap. I don't know. Hold on. 1 second. I must have it over here. Oh yeah, I have it right here on the table with the rest
should be
of
in your seat pile.
Cat, this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just saw that it had Barbara Crampton in it, and I thought, well, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
because I just saw Reanimator and Bride of Reanimator for the first time this year, and really enjoyed both those movies. And I know that she's in it, and I think Jeffrey Combs is in it as well.
In Castle Freak?
Yeah.
Let's see. Barbara Crampton, Jonathan Fuller, Jessica Dillard, Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs. Story by Stuart Gordon.
Full Moon Pictures.
It is full moon. Yeah, it's a full moon. I haven't watched this, and let's see, what year did it come out?
95.
95? Yeah, I haven't watched this probably since pretty close to that time. But I remember not caring for it.
Well, I'll give it a shot. I mean,
yeah, it might be one that I'll stick in the pile for a rewatch.
I think
now,
it may have
been director of Fortress. Have you ever seen Fortress?
Mm-mm.
That was a good movie. It's not horror. It's like more like a sci-fi movie, but it was pretty good. But yeah, I'll stick this in the to watch pile for this week too. Right. So I'll put this with one cut of the dead.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit after 10. We've been going for about 2 hours. Yeah. I don't really have much more to offer.
Anything in the comments, or everybody left us? Everybody's gone.
We still have. Looks like we have Rick and Chris. Chris said that he thinks that Henry Thomas is an excellent actor.
Yeah. Did you watch his? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, his name's Chris.
Yeah.
See, I don't have the chat on my screen, but have you seen the YouTube video of him auditioning for the part of? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That is amazing. Yeah.
And he's what, like 7 years old or something like that? If that, maybe 8.
He's in what was that? A horror movie that we just watched recently.
Dr. Sleep?
No, not Dr. Sleep. He's the father a father in a movie that oh my gosh, we just watched this not like maybe a week or two ago. It's a newer movie.
Well, he's in both of the seasons of Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor.
No.
Let me look it up real quick. Henry Thomas. Is it a new movie?
Yeah, it's a newer movie.
IMDb.
Like, just came out like maybe like this year. Dang, what was that?
Dreamcatcher? No?
The one with Lin Shaye?
He was in one called Dreamcatcher from this year. He played the character of Luke.
With Lin Shaye? The one with Lin Shaye?
Yeah. She played Ruth, and it also has some little boy named Finlay.
I think that's one that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was in that movie back in the 90s with Brad Pitt, where they're like brothers.
Legends of the Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets caught in the barbed wire.
Was he in Flight of the Navigator, or was that a different kid?
No, that's a different kid.
Okay. All right, man. Well, Chris says that he's a fan of Henry Thomas. He says that
he was in
Lovecraft Country was
Fire in the Sky too.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure he was one of the guys in Fire in the Sky.
Okay. Chris says that Fortress has Christopher Lambert from Highlander in it.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool movie. Henry Thomas. I'm pretty sure he was one of the guys in Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, he was in Dead Birds and Fire in the Sky.
Dead Birds, yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
I've not seen either one of those. Fire in the Sky, that was a series that people really liked. That kind of just was it a TV series?
No,
huh?
It was the movie about Travis Walton.
Oh, okay.
Based on a true story about Travis Walton.
Okay.
He was abducted by alien. He was a logger, and yeah. It's actually really good. It is a really good movie.
I like that one. I think it was called the fourth element, maybe, or fourth.
Oh, the
one with Mila Jovovich when she gets abducted by aliens.
Fourth Kind.
Yes, the Fourth Kind. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Those always scared me more than horror movies because I don't know because we don't know what's really out there.
I tell you what. Have you ever read the book Communion by Whitley Strieber, or seen the movie Communion?
I've seen the movie, but I haven't read the book.
Okay, let me tell you something. The movie makes it comes off as being corny. But I'm telling you, his book is supposedly it's based on true story. His Whitley Strieber's own true story. It is the most frightening book I've ever read in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's. I'm telling you, the book is truly frightening. He's Whitley Strieber. He's an actual author. He wrote. You ever heard of the movie called Wolfen?
No.
He wrote that book. He's an actual author. He's wrote several horror novels, but he has a series of based on true story.
I'm still here, by the way.
But he's got several of the based based on true story books, starting with Communion, Transformation, Breakthrough, The Secret School. Just some amazing. If you can get your hands on, in fact I may have an extra copy of Communion I can send to you. It is the most terrifying book I've ever read. It really it really freaks you out. But the movie Communion with what is his name? Christopher Walken. It kind of comes off as corny. The movie does, but the actual book is like I said, is truly terrifying. The most terrifying book I've ever
read. Christopher Walken is kind of one of those hit or miss actors for me. I liked a lot of his movies, but sometimes, like The Dead Zone,
yeah,
I didn't care much for that one.
No, there's certain characters that he plays that I really like, and then there's certain characters that I don't like. Like I usually like when he does like the eccentric, nutty characters, but also like his real portrayals of. Have you ever seen the movie At Close Range with Sean Penn and Christopher Walken? Another one that's based on a true story, and a very good movie, I might add.
Is that the one where he's like a retired hitman?
He's involved. He is involved with some criminal activity, and he gets his sons involved, and it kind of escalates into a feud between father and sons, and it doesn't turn out well. And,
I think I've seen it because I'm a big fan of Sean Penn.
Right. Yeah. It's a really good movie. I really enjoy it.
I like Christopher Walken in True Romance.
True Romance. Suicide Kings. Like I didn't like him in like The Rundown or Click, or some of the ones like that.
Chris says he was good in Deer Hunter. I've not seen that one.
Deer Hunter, yes, The Deer Hunter. Have you ever seen The Deer Hunter?
I've not.
One of my favorite scenes in a movie is the scene between him and De Niro during the Russian roulette scene the Deer Hunter. I'm not quite sure that you would like. It's like super long, and there's a wedding scene. There's a wedding scene that lasts for like, it seems like 5 hours.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it
from the 70s?
Yeah, late 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll be the first to admit I don't like the Godfather movies.
Right.
Is it like
one of those
the
Deer Hunter? The Deer Hunter. If you can get past that wedding scene, that seems to go on for like 5 hours. If you can get past that scene, once they leave and they go to Vietnam, the movie it really takes, and it really gets you hooked. And
okay,
you can't take your eyes. But I'm telling you, the first part of the movie up to and after up to the wedding and until the end of the wedding is just it's horrible. It's just so boring. But afterwards, it's an amazing movie.
Okay.
Excellent performances by Walken and De Niro.
Okay.
But yeah, the Godfather movies, yeah, not really a huge huge fan of the Godfather.
Aaron loves them. My wife, she loves them.
Really?
I just can't get into them. I had a hard time getting through Taxi Driver. I mean that's supposed to be like this iconic movie, but I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, there's a lot of iconic movies that I just one I do like is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Have you ever seen that?
That's great.
That's a great one. But yeah, like Bonnie and Clyde, I don't mind that one. But like The Godfather, I don't know. It's just
I'm not even really that big of a fan of Scarface.
Now, see, I love Scarface. I love Scarface. That I really enjoy that movie.
I think my favorite Pacino performance is The Devil's Advocate and Sin of a Woman.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah.
Scent of a Woman. Let's see. Pacino in there was the Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some Heat.
Oh yes. That scene with him and De Niro in the diner. Yeah. That was great. Yeah. So Chris says that if Godfather's too slow for me to try Goodfellas and Casino, I have seen both those movies and I do like those movies quite a bit.
Yes.
I also like Pacino a lot in Donnie Brasco. That was a good movie.
Yeah. Goodfellas and Casino, love them. But I just can't get into the Godfather movies. I do like the scene, the whole scene with Sonny getting shot up. That's about the only part of the Godfather movies I like.
Yeah. Of the Godfather movies, I prefer 2 to 1 and 3, but just part 1 was just so slow for me. I know it's a lot of character building and stuff, but I just could not get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's I know this is going to be blasphemy, but maybe it's Marlon Brando, because Apocalypse Now, the only part of the movie I cannot stand watching is the scenes with Marlon Brando. So maybe for him, maybe it's him for me as why I don't really dig the
Marlon Brando. The only thing I really liked him in was Superman.
Yeah. Kal-El.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he was horrible in that movie, The Island of Dr. Moreau, with
Oh yeah, that was just a horrible movie.
That was a terrible movie.
Yeah, they butchered that. I don't know what it was. Who was it that directed that? Who was it that directed it? I remember there was some controversy. There was some controversy about that movie. I can't remember what it was.
It wasn't Kubrick, was it?
Was it? No. I don't know. But I remember there was some kind of controversy about that movie, about the filming of that movie. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah. So Chris says that Brando was really good in The Freshman and The Score. I don't remember The Score.
What was it?
The Score?
The Score? The movie The Score?
Was that the one with the De Niro? Was he in that one?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Chris, help us out. Is that the one with De Niro where he's kind of a retired thief? I don't remember The Freshman either. Was that
The Freshman? I don't remember that one either.
Yeah. Yeah, The Score is that heist movie with Edward Norton and De Niro. Yeah, I remember that movie. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll stick that on the list. It's called The Score. It's got Edward Norton.
Yeah.
And De Niro.
Yeah, I think it came out in the late 90s, if I remember correctly, or maybe early 2000s.
I'll check. I'll look into that. That'd probably be something I can watch.
Yeah, there are just so many of those movies that people just rave about that I just can't get into.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now is one. I never could get into that movie. Even the scenes without Brando. It just I don't know.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. It's kind of a it's a kind of like a drawn out, you know, if I'm watching something like, you know, I would immediately go for Platoon or Full Metal Jacket over Apocalypse Now any day.
Yeah.
But
I think one of my favorite war movies would have to be Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan, yeah. Yeah, that was.
And I liked Hacksaw Ridge a lot too.
Hacksaw Ridge, that was good. What?
I haven't seen 1913.
I haven't seen 1917.
17, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. But I heard that it was. Was it one continuous shot? Is that what it?
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see how they did that, because that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah. Trying to think what else. I guess Enemy at the Gates is another one I really liked a lot with Jude Law and Ed Harris.
I haven't seen that, but I do like Ed Harris.
Yeah. They're both snipers. Ed Harris is a German sniper, and Jude Law is a Russian sniper.
It's called At the Enemy Gate. I know I've heard of it.
Yeah, Enemy at the Gates.
I was unaware of what it was about, but yeah, it sounds like freaking awesome. It's something I watch.
So it's got Jude Law, Ed Harris, and I think Rachel Weisz. She was in the Mummy movies as the wife in the first two.
Right.
Chris says The Freshman is a comedy with Matthew Broderick in it from the 80s.
What is it?
The Freshman is a comedy with Marlon Brando and Matthew Broderick.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and Brando is basically playing the Godfather character, but more in a comedic way.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one, but yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I remember seeing the promo pictures for it.
Have you seen Dunkirk?
Is that the one where he
another war movie?
Yeah. No. That's one we have, but we haven't watched it.
Yeah. I saw it. I liked it.
Is it the one where he he's like going to marry this girl? He proposes to her on this rock, this like boulder, before he gets shipped on. Oh no, I'm thinking of the one where he's a conscientious objector.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking of the one where he won't kill anybody.
Yeah, that's Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dunkirk. I haven't seen Dunkirk. We have Dunkirk. We haven't watched it.
It's pretty good. Chris says that Thin Red Line was a good one, and Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down. Yep.
I like Black Hawk Down. I don't think I've seen Thin Red Line.
Thin Red Line. Is the Thin Red Line? Is that the one with an older movie like from the early '80s with does it have Mark Hamill in it?
No, I don't think that's the one he's talking about.
No.
I think Thin Red Line came out more in the 90s.
What's the one with Mark Hamill? Let
me check. Mark Hamill. The big red one? Is that it?
Maybe.
1980?
Yeah, maybe. And
yeah.
They're like World War I, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking, the big red one. What's
Thin
another
Red
one?
Line was a 1998 movie that had who was in that one? Jim Caviezel, Sean Penn, Nick Nolte, John Cusack, George Clooney, Woody Harrelson, John Travolta. Oh, I have seen that movie. Yeah, that was a very good movie.
Well, that sounds like a good one, actually.
Yeah. It's got an all-star cast in it. Yeah.
Hamburger Hill, that was a good one.
Yeah.
The one with Michael J. Fox. It's a Vietnam one with Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. Crap. I'm trying to blank. That wasn't Platoon, was it? No, that was Charlie Sheen and.
Yeah, it was. It's the one where they. It's one where he witnesses his fellow platoon members rape this Vietnamese girl.
Casualties of War.
Casualties of War.
Yeah, Sean Penn.
Yeah, Sean Penn. Yeah, that was a good one. So is there? Okay, besides, did we settle on Castle Freak and One Cut of the Dead for this to watch sometime this week?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Ben's got me curious as to this One Cut of the Dead now, because like I said, I mean, 5 minute. I watched that for 5 minutes and I was like, I can't do this. No, this movie.
Yeah. So if you can make it through 45 minutes, it gets good. So
45 minutes, and how long is the movie? 50 minutes?
Yeah.
No, I'll definitely give it another shot. I don't mind giving movies another shot. Have you seen Tigers Are Not Afraid?
No.
It's on Shudder. It's, again, I don't know if you'll like it, but it's a really good movie. It's called Tigers Are Not Afraid.
The last thing I saw with tigers in it was Tiger King, and that was a shit show.
This has nothing to do with tigers. It has to do with like some orphan kids. But yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's on Shudder. It's I don't know if Shudder will have it in a.
I think I lost my audio.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I've lost my audio.
I can hear you.
I can't hear anything. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
I see you nodding. Crap.
Let's see.
On that,
can you hear me?
I guess I'm gonna have to end this. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Thumbs up. Okay. So we have our homework assignments, and I'll watch both those movies, and we can talk about it next week. Well, this has been fun. Thank you all for joining us. Hey, John. Sorry, we're getting ready to end the stream. So appreciate you all coming by. Eric, take care. John, Chris, take care, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for stopping by.